Hello and welcome inside Notre Dame High School here in the nation's capital, NPA Central National Session, day 4 of 5. The games just continue to go on. It's our second and last one of the evening. We have Crestwood in white and blue, and we have in black and blue Northstar. Elias in alongside Ryan Greco, and we're about to get things underway.
How's it going, Elias?
It's going well. We just had a very intense game all the way down to the wire between CTA and TBA. That ended in a 4-point win for CTA. And that ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Northstar basketball. So Crestwood starts with a turnover.
CTA holding down home court, going a perfect 4-0 in the Central Session. Excuse me, 3-0 up until this point. But we've got a matchup here right now. Crestwood, another team that really played them hard last night. Ended up coming up short with the 99-91 loss, but still at 4-2. Arguably the second highest ranked team in the NPA if you're looking at national rankings overall. And a big reason for that is this impressive starting lineup coming out of North York.
The three ball is good by Antwi. Across the timeline, Cochran, and then the layup in transition is good for McCollum. And here is Neath, point guard out of this class, 2019 class.
Yeah, Jacoby Neath, one of the top ranked players of his class in North America, period. Some high expectations in that sense. And the referee, it didn't look like it actually had touched anything there, Elias.
No, it
didn't. As it bounced back, that was a great eye by the referee.
Live basketball. Ball is loose, picked up. It's Northstar. The pressure is on by Crestwood.
You can see there's a little bit of physicality there. Results in a foul there, Elias, and the possession comes back to Northstar. And anytime there's a foul on someone like Fisher or Neath, it's not a good look for Crestwood, but still a lot of game left to go.
Absolutely. Ugba. Here's McCollum in the corner. The three ball's up, and that one drops.
Quentin Cochran, impressive shot there.
Cochran in the corner with that three.
And Elias, that's the first time he's made his first shot of the game at this session, so we'll see if it's a sign of things to come.
Shots off the mark, rebounded by Antwi, who goes up and finishes with contact.
Just a grown man move there. Goes up strong, uses the left hand to keep the defender at bay. Nice finish with the right hand as a result. Got Crestwood back to tie this game up with 7:53 to go here in the first.
And it's Northstar basketball. McCollum. They trap him, and it's a turnover. Crestwood. Here's Neath. Bounce pass. Reverse layup, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Will remain with Crestwood.
And there's Elijah Fisher there trying that move that he's oh so known for, the up and under, but this time around just too many bodies flying at him there, and he just didn't have the positioning he really needed to finish that effectively. But Crestwood still has possession here.
Neath will inbound. Charles. Antwi swings it, and here is Fisher. Antwi drives the lane in the corner. Fisher's three balls up, no good. Rebound. And the other way, it's an easy two. Alexander with the layup.
Malachi Alexander, he is the main player here. He's the main guy on this Northstar roster. And whichever way he goes his team. And a very impressive finish there. And just as equally, a very impressive finish under the basket there.
Charles will head to the free throw line for a chance at a three-point play.
As it's, in fact, it's and sorry, correction there. William Charles is at the line. He's going to go for makes good on. Nope, not makes good. Spoke a little too soon there, Elias.
Yeah, and it's a turnover, and Northstar will go the other way. Here's Alexander. Inside, lots of contact, no call, and that one is rejected by Charles out of bounds.
I'm loving the referees letting the guys play here. A great big defensive stop there by William Charles.
Go now, go now, go now, go now, go now.
McCollum.
Laker.
Inside. Nice move, and Charles meets him at the apex.
Go, hey, Shake, don't double clutch, okay? Just get him right up. Line up.
Chico Jr. around the screen, Thomas. Inside, it's Charles, the big man. And that's a 3 in the key violation. Turnover on Crestwood.
You're going to have to excuse us. Sorry, Elias. It is, in fact, actually Luis Pacheco Jr. Standing at 6'8", 228 from Brooklyn, New York. That is wearing number 35 today. Just getting our numbers crossed up a little bit here on the game sheet. As he does a great job there, keeping it open. Here's a pass to Fisher.
Alexander. The double is there. Alexander in the corner, swings it across. Inside, and the lay-in is good. Akim Bulumo.
Bulumo, great job finishing under the basket. This is one of my more favorite players throughout this session, a guy who really works his tail off in the paint to try and give his team second and third chance opportunities on the offensive end, and this time getting rewarded for his efforts.
3 ball is up, and that one rattles in. Thomas nails it. Northstar breaking the press. Alexander now. Cochran hands it off. Inside.
I'll be honest, I feel Bulumo should have went up on that one there. If you're not comfortable going to the left side, why force it? Get yourself in a position where you can also be comfortable with scoring and putting up the shot.
Let's go, get stops.
Into the game is number 40, Ashraf Chadua, the 6'7" center out of Ajax, Ontario.
Bringing it up for Crestwood is Thomas.
And Trayvon Thomas, another impressive game for him last night against CTA.
Neath goes baseline and lays it in strongly with 2 hands.
The referee calling a warning for saying that some of the players are just talking a little bit too much after making the baskets.
And that's no need stolen. In the corner, Thomas is 3, nothing but the bottom of the net. 16-9 now. 4:45 to go, and it's a foul. Neath.
I'll be honest, I don't really see that as much of a foul there. I mean, Neath was staying with them the whole time, and I'm just not a big fan of calling fouls when players with the ball are initiating the contact as opposed to the defensive side doing that. I mean, he's just going in a certain direction. But at any rate, we're going to be able to take a quick break here before we get back to the action here. It's Crestwood Prep 15, Northstar 9.
NPH events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers. Get in the game today and join NPH in growing basketball in this country. NPH Scouting Service. The NPH Scouting Service is another platform for exposure with a network of over 300 coaches and scouts from some of the most recognizable brands and programs. Our scouts are constantly evaluating talent to ensure accuracy and credibility. NPH Scouting Service. The NPH Scouting Service is another platform for exposure with a network of...
Back inside Notre Dame High School, Elisel's in alongside Ryan Greco.
Go Laker, go Laker.
What's up?
Yeah, we have Crestwood, we have Northstar, as Northstar has possession of the basketball. They're in the black jerseys.
Oh, nice find there. Ah.
Good idea.
And Crestwood in the white. They lead by 6, 59 with 4:30 to go. Inside. The double is there. Kick out Thomas. He hit a 3. This is his second of the quarter, and off the bench, he's been a spark with 6.
He has, and Chidua doing a great job there. Fights his way out of the double team, finds the open shooter, but Northstar needs to make the adjustment there. You can't allow him to get that find.
Good boy, Shake.
Offensive rebound, Bulamo. That shot's up off the mark, and there's a foul down low.
Quentin. And Malachi, good shot.
That was Quentin Cochran there that was caught in the middle there between two white shirts.
Shake, throw it in, Shake, throw it in. Hey, box 2, Tevin, box 2.
And it'll be Northstar basketball. 4 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Crestwood leads 18-9.
Look in, look in, look in.
Ball's inbounded.
Look in.
Inside,
To Malachi, look to Malachi.
Bulamo.
Hey, Tevin.
Cochran is called for the foul.
Keep it going, Quentin, keep it going.
Fisher will inbound it to Thomas. Thomas. 3 balls up. That one is short. No good. Off the mark. It's Lazar.
Good look.
Here's Cochran.
Hey, look in.
Hands it off. Baseline. Ugba.
Tevin, that's catch and shoot. There it is.
McCullum drives all the way to the hole. No good. Offensive rebound. Alexander inside the lane.
Good take,
And
Malachi.
he is fouled and will head to the line for 2 shots.
Malachi getting a chance here to bite into this lead a little bit with 3:20 to go. And Alexander relatively quiet so far in this game for Northstar, but you know, one thing I am appreciating to see here throughout this session, it really had been Malachi that had been doing the majority of the damage and carrying the ball up the floor, but it seems in this game a few other guys are really kind of stepping up offensively for them. Guys like Emmanuel Ugba, Tevin McCallum getting a few looks and a few brings up the court. Quentin Cochran, of course, starting off this game with a 3 ball in the corner for a Northstar. So we'll see if the rest of this team can kind of pick up that offensive slack a little bit here as Alexander makes good on the first free throw.
Second one coming up. Hits them both from the charity stripe. It's a 7-point ball game, 18-11. 3:15 to go in the opening quarter. Thomas putting on a series of moves. Thomas hands it off. It's Antwi in the lane all the way to the hole and finishes with the left.
His stop and start ability is incredible. Gets himself right by the defenders and goes right to the rim. Just so strong on both sides. And he's going to get called with the foul.
And it's a travel.
You can see that negative step. You took a step, then dribbled. That, of course, is a foul. You need to dribble the ball first before you're off if you're going to hold possession of the ball.
Laddie will inbound to Thomas. Inside. Back out. 3 ball is up, and that's Thomas's 3rd of the quarter. All from beyond the arc.
And Crestwood building this lead here in the first quarter. Northstar is going to need a few possessions here where they're able to get on the board themselves if they want to keep this one close. Don't want to go down to a team like Crestwood in such a big hole so early. And that's going to be an over and back. as McCallum not able to hold on to the ball there, trying to catch it with one hand, and the speed at which that pass was coming in, it's not really a good decision.
Crestwood will inbound on the side.
But I feel like in a way, though, Elias, that's also just as much credit goes to the defense on Crestwood for harassing McCallum to the point where he could only catch it with one hand while keeping the defender at bay.
Pacho Jr. They swing it, corner three, Lazar, too much on it. Pacho Jr. crashing the offensive glass, tip off the mark, but he'll be heading to the line for 2 shots.
And as Palumo gets caught with a foul there, the referee saying that he had actually grabbed Pacheco on the arm as he was going up for the rebound. As a result, Pacheco Jr. is at the line here now. As we said before, 6'8", 228. He's a big boy, Elias. That is a big kid.
Yep.
He's in his final year of prep. Given the way that he's playing, I can imagine there's a number of schools looking at him right now.
Alexander for Northstar. They swing it around, 3 balls up. That one is off the mark by McCollum.
He needed one more pass there. Get it to Woodstock in the corner. Finish that.
Thomas crashes that one off the mark, but Pacheco Jr. with the layup. McCollum, Alexander, they try to get up across midcourt. They do. Here's Alexander throwing it. Caught inside, bounce pass, and score by Bolomo.
Yeah, Bolomo, excellent job there. And once again, you know, he just does all the right things. Still has quite a few more years of development. He's already got some CCAA looks for next year.
Antwi drives the paint and he is fouled.
That's one of the reasons why I like Bolomo, is no matter who you are, I don't care how big you are, how strong you are, if you're going to go to the basket, Bolomo's going to make you work for it every single time. He is just too big of a man for you to feel like you can just go right over top.
Antwi's at the free throw line. First one's off the mark.
Turns out to be a good foul as well, as Antwi's only going to be able to get at least 1 point out of this. And that's what you want to do. If you're Northstar Prep, you want to slow down this Crestwood team as much as possible. You want to make them earn every single possession with 1:10 to go here in the first.
Alexander up ahead. McCallum. Alexander gets it back inside and gets it blocked. 58 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter.
And we look like we're going to have a timeout here with Crestwood Prep.
28-13 is the lead for Crestwood. We'll be back with the final 58 seconds in this first quarter.
I'm Michaela Roche. I played for 4 years at the University of Minnesota for the Golden Gophers in the Big Ten Conference. I coached for 3 years at Kansas State University with the Wildcats. I just completed playing professionally in Greece, and I am the National Women's Basketball Scout for North Pole Hoops.
Low post right. This is Roche. Quick square around move.
Every day, waking up, I need to find a way to make girls basketball better. And so that's my job, to be able to help you as a player, as a student athlete, as a young woman, and just to be able to really understand the ins and outs of what it takes to be successful both in basketball, but also in life.
Third angle left. Underneath Roche. Quick move to the left. Left hand makes it in for 2.
I've lived and I've done a lot of what some of these young girls seek to do. You know, being a coach, being a team captain when I played, I want to guide them. I want to give them advice and help provide opportunity through the scouting report and the showcases and the exposures. Just be able to build a relationship and get to know them and help them just really be the best young women and basketball players that they can be. I will be evaluating talent and scouting across Canada, just evaluating players' strengths, weaknesses, area for improvement, and also making a prediction and recommendation.
Back inside Notre Dame High School in the nation's capital, Elias Salzan alongside Ryan Greco. And it's a turnover off the inbounds, only to be turned over right back to Northstar. Driving inside, layup no good. Battling for it inside. It is taken away by Crestwood, and Thomas up ahead for the team in white. Thomas drives, dumps it off inside, but it's turned over.
Hey, 1-4.
Alexander. And Ogba is called for an illegal screen. Thomas will bring it up with 20 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. In the corner, Antwi. Inside to Pacho Jr. Free throw line jumper is short, but Antwi with his own miss back up, no good. Laddie's in there, that one's off the mark as well. Picked up, and Alexander can't get it off in time as the first quarter comes to an end, and Crestwood leads Northstar 28-13. We'll be back with second quarter action.
Okay, let's keep it going. Keep the intensity high.
Get your feet square, get your feet square.
Take it home, write it down, grab a homie, and work on it. Work on it, master it.
AJ Lawson, go! He gets it to go! Wow! Pick it up, Jalen.
Oh my God!
Top 10.
Two-way players are the best players. Understand that. Two-way players are the best players.
Here's Sabri Phillip, two-hand jam!
Let's go, boy!
It doesn't matter from what city you're from, how tall you are, what school, what club you represent. Game speaks. There's no politics here.
We've traveled across the country and back. 7 years running. Canada's basketball talent blossoms right before our eyes. From coast to coast.
Back inside Notre Dame High School, Lysel's alongside Ryan Greco. Crestwood and Northstar here in the second quarter. Crestwood leads 28-13 as we are about to get things underway.
And so far, I think best takeaway you can make here, Northstar, not exactly a bad first quarter. Just need a better chance of taking care of the basketball.
Thomas can't handle it as it goes out of bounds.
I'll be honest, at this point, you really just have to strong defensive stops, making the most of your possessions. You do those sort of things and you might be able to bite into this lead a little bit.
Woodstock to inbound for Northstar. Ogba gets it over the timeline. Thomas staying with him.
Oh, great
and
defense
it's turned
there.
over. Here is Thomas in transition. Will go up, misses the dunk.
Thomas, he went for it, but he's just going to have to hit the weight room just a little bit longer before he's going to finish those ones.
In the lane, off the mark, and Neath with the rebound up ahead to Laddie, who puts on a move. No good, gets it right back. Here is Thomas with a leaner.
Nice body control there. Yeah, good finish by Thomas.
Making up for the missed dunk.
Yeah, for sure. He gets his 2 points.
Ogba up ahead. It's McKay.
That's Jackson McKay there. He's getting his first minutes in the game.
Alexander drives and he is fouled, making a move to the hole. Fouls on Antwi. And McCullum checks back in.
And Belumo doing a great job there under the basket, but he is going to have to work on, moving away from fading away. When you're the size he is, you got to make sure you take full advantage of your weight. Oh, nice move there by McCollum. Just can't finish.
And Neath comes away with it for Crestwood. He'll bring it up himself. Bounce pass inside. The ball is loose. Pacheco Jr.
Oh, great defense.
7 seconds to shoot. Thomas loses it, regains possession. It's Pacheco Jr. Puts on a move. Oh, down the hole. No good with a two-handed slam. Antwi will drive, and he finishes right at the rim.
That's a bit disheartening.
So far.
Yep, that's a bit disheartening if you're Northstar. They did such a great job forcing a tough shot at the very end, only to not get the defensive rebounds. And for as there's going to be another traveling call on Ugba. But Crestwood, getting those second chance opportunities, and this is why Crestwood is considered one of the top teams in the country. If you make mistakes, they make you pay for it.
And they've done that so far tonight. Trying to go inside, they do to Pacheco Jr. He backs down.
I was going to say, he better take that on. I mean, he's got about a foot of height and about 20 pounds of weight on the defender. You need to be able to take those buckets where you get them. That's just good basketball sense. Not every single possession has to be a three-pointer. And that's going to be a walk.
It's a travel on McKay.
That's 2 consecutive travels now for Northstar.
Thomas. 7:40 to go here in the opening half. Crestwood leads 34-13. Neath inside, back out. Thomas, another 3-ball. That one is good as well.
Trayvon Thomas.
Fourth.
Yep, Trayvon Thomas. He is making it rain right now, and Crestwood taking full advantage. Unfortunately for Northstar, they got to get some points on the board here. They have yet to score in this second quarter.
That one is up, no good. Weak side rebound. Pacheco Jr. elects to take it up the court himself. Finds Neath, who dumps it off. Thomas, can he make it 5 for 5? No good. Long rebound, Laddie.
Oh,
beautiful
nice pass
inside to Antwi, and he is fouled. And we'll head to the line for 2 shots, but nice pass from Laddie there off the offensive rebound.
Not mad at that defense, though. McCallum, he gets caught, though, out of rotation, but at that point has no choice. And if you're going to foul, make sure you foul it to the point where they're not going to be able to get an and one. So he did just that. Now he's got to earn it at the line.
Antwi, too strong, no good.
Good foul.
As soon as the shooter misses one, it's a good foul.
Yep.
If he misses both, it's a great one.
I like it. There's a difference between good and great.
Of course. Second one.
That was
falls.
just good.
Yeah.
Here we go.
McCallum. And the pressure is still on by Crestwood and their defense. McCallum gets it back, has to get it across, does. Oh. Alexander in the corner goes out of bounds. It will stay with Northstar. 11 on the shot clock. 6:51 here to go in the opening half, 38-13.
I've always wondered, if you're going to dribble into a trap on the sideline, especially past the halfway court, and you've got a guy who's fronting you right away, why don't you just pass it between his legs to get the guy in the corner, especially if you see him there? No one's going to come in and get him. Just put it between his legs. Go for it.
Not everyone thinks like you, Ryan.
Yeah. Well, if I thought like that when I was their age, I'd probably still be playing.
Alexander. Layup is off the mark. And Fisher is back into this game. Rebounds now in the quarter. Neath, 3-ball is good.
Great find by Elijah Fisher running the floor. Unselfish pass to the corner, finding the open man. Jacoby Neath making Northstar pay for leaving him open.
Up ahead, Neath. Here's Thomas.
Oh, nice move.
Goes around his defender. Tough finish, and he'll head to the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Thomas has been great in this ball game.
Fantastic. And you know what? That is definitely, he's putting together his own personal mixtape right now in this one. As Crestwood now up by 30.
43-13.
An unfortunate stat here for Northstar. They have now gone just under 4 minutes of game clock without scoring a point in this second quarter.
43-13. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Brandon Talbot. I'm mic'd up for Northwell Hoops. Hey, yo, right from the start, the whole time.
Same thing, yo.
Let's go.
Going over, we all. Go, white team!
Yeah, yo, let's just play, bro. For real.
Let's play our game.
Yo, energy, no quiet stuff, bro. Hey, you good? Come here, Pete. Come here, Pete. Give me that. Nope. Talk, talk, talk. Oh, come on, bro. Go to him, go to him, go to him. He's good. Hey, hey, see on the kick. You good, though. Keep driving. Keep going in the middle. Hey, let's get in, let's go. Hey, Malik, let's get in, let's go. Come get me. I got help, I got help. We're good, we're good, we're good. Here comes my way, I got you. Let's go, turn up, turn up.
Back inside Notre Dame here in the nation's capital. Lysel's in alongside Ryan Greco as we have Thomas at the line. And you mentioned it, Ryan, before going to break. He's putting up his own personal mixtape here in this ball game. Has about 4 threes.
For sure.
Good drives to the hoop.
And given, you know, North Pole Hoops and their reputation here, we can guarantee that at some point or another you're going to see his highlights show up after this game. Because that's what we do here at North Pole Hoops and in the NPA. Make sure we're getting all of our guys, not just the top guys, all of our guys, the shine that they need if they're playing well enough. Hence the hashtag GameSpeaks.
Here is Thomas. Thomas all the way with the left, no good. Pacheco Jr. hook in the lane is good.
And honestly, I feel at this point, this is a moment now, you know, your defense is doing well, your offense is doing well. Might be time to get some of the guys on Crestwood at the end of the bench a few more minutes of game experience that they could definitely need moving forward in the season.
In the corner.
As this team, you know, they're firing at all cylinders, but it seems the role players are really taking a leadership role in this game as far as the scoring and decision-making goes on the offensive end.
Substitutions as Blumo checks in, and for the first time today, we'll see Nordesi McKay.
That's right. Nadars McKay. Love that name. It's fun to say. As Segun Akinbalomo also back in, and he's going to have himself a great matchup here.
Driving the lane, Thomas kicks it. 3 in the corner, no good. And Neath with the offensive rebound. Driving all the way inside, leaves it short is Lazar. And here is a jumper in transition, no good by Nadars McKay. Up ahead to Lazar.
Oh, nice find.
In the corner, Thomas, who's been hitting them all game, hits another one.
I gotta laugh, I'm sorry, but Jacoby Neath shoes are untied. I think that's about the 4th time today he's had to tie up his shoes in about 3 games. I never understand how players can't do the double knot. The double knot never fails. I never had to do that in a game. I never had to worry about my shoes untying when you get the double knot. It's just weird to me. Why not?
And there's an over and back violation on Northstar, and that's their 2nd one.
Why don't they do the double knot, Elias?
That's a very good question. I'm not a big fan of the double knot myself, but I can see how it can come in handy. I'm sorry.
I feel like I'm living in a world of madmen.
Pacheco Jr. shots off the mark. Long rebound goes right to him. They have a fresh 14. He drives the lane, kicks it. It's swung around. Here is Thomas. Lazar inside, goes up in traffic and finishes.
Oh, I loved seeing that with Lazar. You know, this is a guy who's gotten quite a few opportunities at this session to really get some open looks. And anytime you're seeing him fall, you can see his confidence build as he continues to play these games.
McCallum puts up a 3. That one's off the mark. And Akin Bolombu can't finish inside. Pacheco Jr. with a rebound.
I don't have a problem with that, though. Blumo this time, no fadeaway, goes straight up, and that's something he's going to have to learn to continue to get better at. as Jacoby Neath is just a man amongst boys with that kind of dunk. Too bad it didn't count.
Did not, and he is subbed off for the first time we see tonight. Osman checking in.
I'll be honest, I could imagine that might be the last time we see him unless Northstar goes on a very impressive run at some point.
51-13 is the score. 3:20 to go in the opening half.
Yeah, with 3:20 to go here, we're seeing a lot of the more reserves getting their looks now, which I think is a very smart decision by Coach Russell. He's one of the best to do it. So. .3:11 to go here. Northstar still searching for their first bucket of the quarter.
Fouls on Osman. Alexander. And he is fouled by Osman once again.
Most definitely a foul there. You could see the defender just completely on top of the ball handler as Alexander was trying to get by there. And that's one of those situations where you don't see the ball handler initiating the contact. That is clearly the defender. And those are the foul calls that I can agree with. Anytime I see it the other way, though, I just can't stand it.
Here's Alexander.
Well, here we go. This will be a good matchup here. Alexander versus Fisher. He might ISO him.
Here's Alexander around the screen trying to find Akin Bolumu inside.
14.
We got 2:54 to go here. 51-13 Crestwood.
Northstar has possession right in front of the Crestwood bench. Akin Bolumu
steps out of bounds. I think, no. Nope, it's going to be a foul on Pacheco Jr. And Bolumu, I ain't mad at that at all. And this is what happens though. He's such a big figure when he's working in the post there. When he starts getting a little bit aggressive, it's fun to watch. And there's a missed inbound pass, and it's going to be a turnover. And Crestwood gets the ball back.
Fisher will inbound to Thomas. 2:50 to go here in the second quarter.
Man of the match, if you will, at this point, Elias.
So far, yes, 51-13. Shots off the mark, rebounded by Northstar. They give it right back to Crestwood, but Fisher can't finish in the lane.
It's that patented Fisher move of up, hesitate in midair, hang time, and finish, but not happening this time. Northstar's hip to the game at this point, keeping the hands up and staying with them. Great defense.
As Alexander drives hard to the paint, he is fouled and will head to the line for 2 shots.
And I believe that foul is going to be on number 20, Khan Osman, the 2020 guard from Spain. And, of course, here at the NPA, we've got players from all over the world, places such as Iran, Brazil, Senegal, Spain, of course. Even just on this roster, we got players from New York. We got players from Alabama.
Alexander's second attempt at the charity stripe is good. Splits them from the free throw line.
And it's just incredible to see, Elias, all of these players coming from all over the world, places you'd consider that their first stop and first intention would be the United States, you'd think. But as time has gone on, the organizations and leagues like the NPA and the OSBA are continuing to make the case that, you don't necessarily have to just become a number in the States and be one of, 5,000 kids playing prep at this point. You can also be a part of a bit of a smaller league up here and get a little bit more exposure. And some of these American kids are even seeing that, like a Cochran Jr. or a Pacheco Jr., excuse me.
Alexander the other way for Northstar. Kicks it out. Here is Cochran. Elijah Fisher picks that one up. Fisher
nice find.
To Thomas, and he finishes with the left.
Excellent recognition there of the 9th grader as everyone was coming in and closing in, all the black shirts. He keeps his head up while he's dribbling, finds the open man slashing, and easy bucket, and the assist to Fisher.
in the corner. The three is up, in and out. That one was halfway down. As Alexander drives, has it swatted away by Pacheco.
It's just that kind of day for Northstar, unfortunately.
Laddie to Thomas. Back to Pacheco Jr., who lays it in.
Got a minute to go here in this first half.
55-14. Crestwood leads. Trying to find Cochran inside. That one's picked off. And it's Thomas who will lay it in for two.
Thomas might be having a career day for himself here. Definitely having an impressive first half.
Alexander. Akin Belumo, no good with the shot.
You know, I'm not mad at that shot. He's got a great form. He's just got to get comfortable taking that shot.
Fisher, beautiful move, looking for the foul.
You'll never see another 9th grader making moves like that to the basket at this point in time. It's just not happening. Well, you're used to seeing that sort of move from a guy who's just about to go to college, not somebody who's just entered high school.
Exactly. Well said, Ryan. Couldn't have put it better myself, but he does look like he has the complete package already as a 9th grader at 6'5", 185 out of Oshawa.
He's only going to get bigger.
Exactly, and grow even
grade
more.
9. He's going to be at least 6'7", 6'8" when it's all said and done. And then top it off with the fact that he'll probably be about another 20 to 30 pounds heavier by the time he's ready for college. And you're just sitting there and you're wondering, what's next?
AKA unstoppable.
Definitely not going to go that far. But, Elias, I mean, I'm not going to argue with you on that statement. Based off of his potential. I'll say this way.
The guys have to want it as well.
And you know what? All credit due, the kid does. I mean, he really does. And like, I'll say this much. Possibly limitless potential. Let's leave it at that. We got 0.5 seconds to go here in this half.
As Alexander will head to the line for 2 shots with 0.5 to go here in the opening half. It's a 59-15 lead. Alexander at the line. Shot's good. Second one is on the way. That one drops as well. And we have a bit of a discussion between player and referees. Delay of game on Crestwood.
And they were rolling the ball out, and of course, when the ball's being rolled out of bounds, you're not.
As Thomas throws it up. And that's the end of the first half as Crestwood leads big on Northstar, 59-17. We'll be back with the second half in a few moments.
NPH events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers. Get in the game today and join NPH in growing basketball in this country. NPH events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers. Get in the game today and join NPH in growing basketball in this country. NPH events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level.
Got the answer.
That boy's not messing around, Tarek.
Another quality win for Notre Dame to move them to 2-0 here in Ontario. As Fofo says, Wilcox, Saskatchewan is in the house.
Adafalarin Adadagan is doing it from every part of the floor right now.
I remember I was just like, by any means on, whenever there's a drought, get your umbrellas out because that's when I brainstorm. I remember I was just like you. I remember I was just like you. It's what happened, you make shit timeless.
Fofo tries a triple, yes sir.
Take note.
Wow. AJ Lawson.
AJ Lawson erasing it at the rim.
EJ's going to take that, and this is going to be two. The AJ Lawson way, one-handed slam.
Really seems like he can carve up this court in just 5 steps end to end. AJ Lawson. That's a name you're going to hear a lot today. That's a name you're going to hear a lot all season long.
Bangs on him for a poster. Man, he is just taking his game up to another level.
Lawson.
Watching a star rise right before our eyes in Canada.
AJ Lawson, another level of speed.
And I said, if AJ Lawson can carry this team to a national championship, that says a lot about this young man and the direction that his game is headed in.
AJ Lawson busting ankles behind the back.
Hey. Let's go, bro.
Take note.
Welcome back inside Notre Dame High School here in the nation's capital, NPA Central National Session. All 13 teams in this league are here. It's the largest gathering of prep schools in Canadian basketball history. Northstar, Crestwood. In this ballgame, the second last one of this evening, we still have GTA Prep and Halifax Prep to finish things off as the reverse layup is off the mark by Cochran.
Another good effort as far as Northstar, but not the way they wanted to start off this second half. Now they got to get back on defense and try and see if they can get a stop.
Antwi. Fisher to Neath. Back out to Fisher, who'll put it up from downtown. No good. Thomas climbing the ladder, trying to get that rebound, but
that was
Alexander
impressive.
Comes down with it. It's a 59-17 lead for. Make that 19 for Crestwood.
Kyle Alexander's had a relatively quiet night here against Crestwood. We'll see if that's the first of many. Great take to the basket there, driving straight to the lane, finishing with the left hand. Not much more you could ask for if you're watching that, if you're a Northstar fan.
As Neath hits it from the corner. Ugba. Inside, it's Alexander. Reverse layup is good.
He's 2 for 2 now. Seeing a little bit of life out of this Northstar offense.
Crestwood around the screen to Thomas. He puts it up from downtown. No good. And it'll be Northstar basketball.
That's okay, though. I mean, Thomas, he's been feeling it for the majority of this game. I feel like at this point, he pretty much has a green light from the coaching staff to take just about any shot he needs to if he's wide open.
Alexander. Cochran inside. His reverse layup is good. That's back-to-back reverse layups for this Northstar team.
I was going to say, they're using that baseline now. Happy to see they're using all parts of the floor. Elijah Fisher. Just a body move to the basket. Right over top, but Cochran finishing.
Ugba. Alexander. Back to Ugba. McCallum. Inside, back out, good ball movement. It's Cochran from deep, no good. I like the ball movement there by Northstar.
I was going to say, Elias, that was some great movement there to get yourself a relatively open look. Cochran's just got to learn to knock that down. He's, a class of 2020. He's going to have a little bit more time to try and figure out the specifics of that, but he's got an option, but that ball looks like it had just a little bit too much English on it in the corner.
Inside, Cochran back out. Alexander, 10 to shoot. Drives, dumping it in.
Oh, my
beautiful
goodness.
Pass to Akin Bulumo. 64-25.
I have a question for you, Elias. Is this the same team that came into the dressing room at halftime that came out? Is this the same team? Because
they look energized.
I was going to say, this looks like a team right now that's very comfortable doing what they want to do on the offensive end.
Pacheco Jr., no good. Alexander with the rebound. Where
Bulumo.
was this effort?
Yep, right there. And there's going to be a foul on Fisher. Fisher just caught reaching on that one.
Laddie will check in for Fisher.
And there's a warning on Black 11.
Is that when he ran through him in transition, the flop? When he ran through him?
Alexander will bring it up across the timeline. He's met by Thomas. Alexander to the hole. Dumps it off to his big man. Can't get it to go inside. Thomas
okay.
the other way for Crestwood.
He's got to knock those shots down, but easier said than done sometimes with a whole lot of defense around you, just waiting for some sort of contact and closeout. But that's a heck of a shot there by number 30 for Crestwood. Give that one to Kashawn Laddie.
And it's steal by Thomas. Up ahead to Neath. Neath, reverse layup is good.
That's a great move there. Sees the defender coming in, uses the rim as protection, goes up and underneath with the strong hand. Nice finish there by Neath.
Alexander attacking the hole. High off glass, no good. Pacheco Jr. with the rebound. Thomas behind his head with the pass to Laddie, who sinks it from beyond the arc.
That was clean. Look at the rotation on the shot there. That ball was spinning, spinning and spinning and spinning and nothing but net. spinning like the pinwheel on a Mac.
Here is McCallum. Cochran, 72-25 is the lead for Northstar, as McCallum has a layup inside.
Good finish there by McCallum. And once again, we're seeing a whole lot of life. This Crestwood team, very good decision making here. We're seeing, and there's a defensive stop too. Here's Cochran.
Cochran the other way, no good. Ball goes out of bounds and it will stay with Northstar.
Not mad at that. At the same time, though, you'd like to see a little bit more aggression or at some point a decision being made. He knew he had some white shirts around him. You'd like to see him go a little bit stronger to the basket there, maybe drawing a foul of some sort, or even just dribbling out and under if you're not comfortable with the layup. Just keep the play moving. But he gets away with one.
Ogba for Northstar. In the corner, 3 balls up. Cochran in and out, no good. Ball is loose. Alexander comes up with it for Northstar, and he finishes in the lane. Under 5 to play here in the third quarter.
Malachi Alexander waking up a little bit here offensively in this third quarter with just over halfway through. And this Northstar team has pretty much almost matched exactly their offensive output in that first half.
Pacheco, corner jumper, no good. The ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Northstar basketball.
Another opportunity. See if they can win this quarter.
72-29 is the lead now for Crestwood. Alexander inside, trying to go at least inside to his big, and it's Thomas the other way for Crestwood. Can't finish, ball's batted, and Laddie comes away with it. No, he doesn't. Lazar for Crestwood. Thomas, 3 in the corner, drains it. Yet another one from downtown.
This is Trayvon Thomas's game right now, the local out of Oshawa, Ontario, standing 5'11", class of 2020, listed as a point guard. But he's doing a whole lot more of the scoring for his team in this one so far, as he's been kind of more or less playing alongside Jacoby Neath for most of the game and then running the offense when Neath is not on the floor. Very impressive showing from him in this game.
Alexander. Inside, trying to find Cochran. It takes a deflection. It will stay with Northstar with 8 to shoot.
You're going to say that was clearly a tip off a Crestwood player.
As Woodstock checks in for Northstar. Alexander with 7 to shoot. Ogba.
4 seconds. I don't know if he knows how much time's left.
2 seconds. He does not.
I don't think he does. No, he doesn't.
And no one told him. It's a 24-second shot clock violation. It'll be Crestwood basketball with 3:50 to play.
Now, once again, that's awareness, though. At its, there has to be some sort of awareness there. The bench not letting them know, and the teammates not letting them know, and someone has to look up and see the shot clock at some point. Bringing it up now.
Thomas.
Yep. The early candidate for player of the game. See if he can add to his. Let's go up. He's going to get fouled. Going to go to the line.
2 shots coming up for Thomas with 3:37 to play here in the third quarter. 75-29. Thomas at the free throw line. Free throw is good. Second one drops as well for Thomas. Here's Alexander. Ogba in the corner. Cochran. Alexander in the lane. Kicks it. Cochran. Couple of dribbles. Baseline jumper. No good.
There's going to be a foul called, and call is on Ashraf Chadua out of Ajax. He's getting the call there. And on the inbound for Northstar is going to be Jackson McKay. See if he can find someone. He does.
Ugba drives. Ball is deflected. Cochran picks it up, but blows the layup. Ball goes out of bounds. 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Unfortunately for Cochran, he had it. He's like, oh, I got this, and it just kind of, butterfingers at that point. He's eating too much popcorn on the bench.
Alexander, nice spin move and finishes in the lane for 2. Chadua, Laddie. They both got the goggles on.
They do, yeah.
Here is Laddie.
Yeah, some good vision there, finding the open man.
Under 3 to play in the third. Laddie steps back, leaves that one short though. Osmond saving it only to a Northstar player.
You can hear the woos on the other side of Crestwood, the bench, as there's a good layup there by Cochran. You can see them as he did the hardened step back. Everyone just going, ooh.
Gotta like that, and your teammates cheering you on.
Yeah, of course. You gotta love it. When you see your bench players in a game like this, you want them to try different things. You want them to get comfortable with the game flow and working on stuff in a live environment. There's certain things that you just can't replace, and game speed is one of those things. And in these moments, you really do have to try your best to work on things that are going to get you moments and minutes into the game. This is your moment to try and prove to your coaching staff that you can be trusted moving on as the season progresses for those extra minutes.
In the corner, Thomas, another 3. That one's in and out, no good. Osmond with the offensive rebound.
And there's going to be a travel called. That one is on Osmond. I don't know necessarily. It seemed like he got rid of the ball in time, but referee says no, too many steps.
Alexander. Lots of dribbling here for Northstar. Puts up the shot short, and it goes out of bounds. And it will be Crestwood basketball. 2:07 to play in the third quarter.
Alexander, tough decision on the shot there. Didn't really get a chance to get himself set as he was leaning away. You could tell right off the release that was going to be short. See if he can make up for it. Oh, nice find there, though. Makes up for it. Cochran's got to finish that, though. And I'll be honest, at this point, you're getting enough looks. You got to make the most of it.
Osmond.
Good day. Hand up. Hand up.
Laddie. Crossover dribble to Thomas. Puts up a deep three-pointer. That one's off the mark, and Cochran with the rebound.
I'll be honest, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Cochran, he's been money from the three-point line for most of this game. That was definitely a heat check, though.
Ogba to Alexander. Around the screen. Alexander steps back.
Oh, nice find.
Ogba, 3 ball. That one's off the mark.
And Elias, one thing I'm definitely not going to take away from Northstar here, there's consistent movement off of the ball. Guys are looking to try and get themselves open. Guys are really, showing that energy off of the ball in this second half. And that's something we didn't necessarily see as much in the first half. So, for the most part, I think that's a big reason why they've had such a better offensive output in this quarter as opposed to the second, because they're getting their open looks. It hasn't really been for a lack of effort on Crestwood's defensive end. Just getting a little bit more calmer and making the shots when they're open.
And here's Neath up ahead to Thomas. In the lane, behind the back, nifty move, and he gets it to go. And one will have a chance at a 3-point play. 79-33, 1:09 to go here in the third quarter.
Trayvon Thomas with the handshake with Neath afterwards. Looking dapper. That's an Indochino spot if I've ever heard one.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Converts the 3-point play in a substitution as Nordesi McKay checks in.
I feel like that should be, when they, I hope we got that handshake on camera, because once we can do that in the mixtape is once they do the jacket part after the handshake, you can just do the Indochino logo right underneath.
There you go. Alexander. Cochran. 10 to shoot. 50 seconds in the quarter. Nordesi inside. Ball is loose. Woodstock, 2 seconds. Osman takes it. Lazar up ahead to Thomas. And Thomas all the way and lays it in for 2.
Yeah, this is definitely his game. Don't expect him to come off the floor in this one. Trayvon Thomas, 5'11" guard out of Oshawa, Ontario, having himself a night against Northstar.
Ugba, 20 seconds in the quarter inside. And we have a foul. 2 shots coming up for Woodstock.
Osman, just not his night. Gets called with, once again, another bump underneath the basket, results in another foul call. This time it's going to be Julian Woodstock at the line. 6'1", 2019 guard.
First free throw is good. Second one drops as well.
We've missed subs. That's why I'm telling you directly. Is that okay? Thank you.
15 seconds to go in the quarter. It's an 82-35 lead for Crestwood as Neath is dribbling it, putting on a move now around the screen. Finds Thomas. It's a 3 ball. Looked good. It goes off rim and out of bounds. And it'll be Northstar basketball.
Shake, shake.
Alexander dribbles it across midcourt, throws it up and over the net. And at the end of 3, we have Crestwood leading Northstar 82-35.
Canada Top Flight Academy have went back to back.
It's been such a phenomenal season. The fan base has been tremendous across Canada.
You know, we're telling our guys, listen, man, you got to be ready to play.
Welcome back inside Notre Dame High School. Want to, talk about Ryan's point here in that handshake with the suits. And, Ryan, you can get yourself a custom-made suit with Indochino. Custom-made suits made to measure. And this 4th and final quarter of basketball is brought to you by Indochino, the official outfitter of the NPA.
I might go get myself one right after this game.
Promo code HOOPS. Go to Indochino.com, use the promo code HOOPS, and you can get yourself a deal. Don't forget, Ryan, use the promo code HOOPS, okay?
I will.
Perfect.
Because in an Indochino suit, you're never, ever, ever overdressed for any occasion, or underdressed for that matter. It's the perfect outfit.
There you go. As we have the 4th quarter underway, Northstar down big. It's 82-35. We have one more ball game to go here on our 4th day out of 5 at the NPA Central National Session here in the nation's capital. It's the largest gathering of prep schools in Canadian basketball history. The next game has Halifax Prep going up against GTA Prep later on.
What a shot that was.
After this one.
Sorry to interrupt there.
No,
what a
no
shot there
worries.
by Trayvon Thomas in the corner.
Haven't we been calling his name a lot tonight?
We have. And Belumo, there's another guy we've been calling a lot throughout this entire session. Nice finish under the basket there in response.
As Neath brings it up across midcourt. Trying to toss it to Laddie. It's deflected. Alexander up ahead. A little too much mustard on that one. And it goes to Osman of Crestwood. Thomas. Laddie in the corner. Fakes inside. floater is good.
Nice shot there. Great decision with the ball. Sees the bigger defender come out to meet him. And you can tell he's been practicing that little floater there.
Alexander in the lane trying to reply with one of his own.
Nice.
High off glass, banks it home.
Very nice from Malachi. I mean, not the stat monster he normally is in most of these games, but we're still seeing some pretty impressive highlights from him.
Thomas kicks it out to Lazar, who drives. Trying to go off glass himself, no good. Alexander stolen away by Neath. Thomas from downtown. That one's off the mark, rebounded. It's Northstar now. 2 minutes into this fourth and final quarter.
Oh, nice job, Malachi. Oh, almost held on to it. Tried to do his best Jalen Llewellyn impression there. Continuing the dribble after he fell down, but just ran out of space on the baseline there. Of course, Jalen Llewellyn, he was a MVP a few years ago at the NPH Hamilton Showcase. If you're watching any of our commercials for the showcases, you'll see him, the kid in the afro, doing a bit of a slip and slide, getting around some defenders. And he put on quite a show back then. He's now playing for the Princeton Tigers in the Ivy League. This is his first year with them after graduating last season.
Good defense there by Thomas, knocking that one away from Alexander. Northstar still has possession of the basketball with 19 on the shot clock. Lobbing it inside to the big man. He can't finish it.
The big man, frustrating finish there for him. But, all he really should have been doing there, keep the hands high and finish underneath the rim. He had the space to do it. But when you don't have the spatial awareness there, you're going to end up making small mistakes that can lead to missed shots like that.
That one's a steal by Alexander. Alexander spins in the lane, loses control of the basketball. Up ahead to Thomas, and Thomas will lay it in for two. 89-39. It's a 50-point ball game, 3 minutes into this fourth and final quarter. Ogba in the corner now. Cochran steps back. Bounce pass is taken away by Laddie, and here's Thomas with the left, no good. Rebound and put back.
Oh, big jam there.
Two-handed slam.
Ashraf Chadua getting it done. That's a man's finish right there.
Yes. Fouls on Lazar. .15 on the shot clock. Northstar with possession of the basketball. 6:18 to play in this one. 91-39. Stolen away by Thomas. And all the way coast to coast, gets it to go, and the foul will head to the line for a chance at a three-point play. And Thomas has had a lot of those, Ryan. Steals, and then coast to coast, finishing +1.
Jacoby Neath loving what he sees on the sidelines there, doing a little dance after that finish. And it really has been the Trayvon Thomas show in this matchup here on day number 4 of the Central Session.
Bucket is good.
And Alexander's coming out into the game now. Jackson McKay getting some more time on the floor.
Ogba. Ogba gets it right back inside. Beautiful
nice
play.
find.
Nice cut, and it's McKay finishing right at the rim with an easy 2.
Good job, Jackson.
Laddie in the paint. That ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be Northstar basketball. Ogba in the corner. Jackson McKay. McCallum trying to go inside. That one is batted away. Up ahead. Laddie will go up and finish with two hands.
Laddie with a great finish on that one.
Cochran gets it stolen away, and it's Laddie once again. Leaves it for Thomas in the corner, who'll put it up from deep and hit it.
Laddie getting it done. Getting it done, letting the fans in the crowd. I think one of the fans there said he wasn't going to make it, and he just shook his head and went, "Are you crazy? This is my day."
It is back out. McKay 3-ball, and he hits it.
Love it. McKay playing hard defense on the other end, almost ended up on a poster. Comes back the other way and gets himself a 3-point shot. That's a true competitor right there. Jackson McKay.
Stay low, stay low.
Back out Thomas. A 3-ball is good. He has been wet all day.
Can't wait to see what the final stat line is going to be on him.
Cochran back out.
Oh yeah, Belumo hit it.
3-ball is good for the big one, for the big man. Deep, deep shot. 102-47, 4 minutes to go. Thomas. Thomas crossover dribble, baseline, floater no good, rebounded by Ugba up ahead. Here's McCallum, drives. It's McKay in the corner, 3-ball in and out, no good. Tip off the mark, and here's Thomas the other way for Crestwood. Stops and pops from beyond the arc in transition, no good.
Definite heat check there as Belumo gets the rebound.
Layup is off the mark by McCallum, and it's the other way. Lazar now. He'll put one up.
This game's really opening it up here now in the final couple minutes. Both teams really just kind of abandoning defense in place of some high-tempo offense.
High-tempo, back and forth, 3-point shooting. 3-point shootout here as we have 3 minutes to play. Substitution for Northstar. We have Noah Parr checking in. McKay to Ugba. Driving in off glass, no good. Gets it right back, puts it up.
Oh,
and
great
finishes.
finish there. Very impressive finish there by Ugba.
Thomas will bring it up. 2:40 to play. It's 102-49. And we have a foul. And heading to the line is Shadua for 2 shots. 2:35 to go, 102-49. Crestwood, a offensive performance like no other.
Yeah, for sure. 102, 100. Anytime you put over 100 points on the board, especially with one of your role players having a day like Trayvon Thomas, I mean, it's a complete win. That is a truly a complete win for Crestwood on this one.
Deep team could really battle for that NPA title this season.
Absolutely. When you got guys coming off, you know, in supporting roles, having games like this, it shows you just how deep the roster is here at Crestwood.
Ugba. Cochran with Osmond draped all over him. Parr back out. Cochran put it up from deep, no good. And Thomas once again for Crestwood.
Cochran having to put that shot up as there was only 2 seconds left on the shot clock.
Series of moves by Thomas. Osmond inside spins and goes up. Strong move, no good. Shadua off the mark, but Cochran comes down with it. Crossover dribble inside, and it's swatted away by Laddie.
By about half the lineup.
Yeah, there were 3 Crestwood defenders there challenging that shot. 104-49, a minute 40 in this ball game. Laddie.
On the help side.
Osman. Lazar. Drives in, loses it.
Good dig, E-Man, good work, E-Man.
And it's a jump ball, possession arrow pointing in favor of Northstar with 1:26 to go. 104-49 the score.
Hey, spread.
Ugba trying to create some space with Thomas draped over him. Inside, ball is loose and Cochrane can't finish it.
It's going to be a basket interference, which results in a made basket for Northstar. They get past the 50 mark here. And, you know, when you consider the fact that this team had only scored 19 points at the half, you've got to imagine that this has been a bit of a win for them. They've definitely outscored Crestwood in this second half. Although rather closely, but still, nonetheless, the fact that they were able to break 50, considering they only had 19 in the first half, is something in itself to be, to be at least a little bit pleased about.
McKay, reverse layup, no good. It's blocked.
See trail.
All the way to the hole, no good. Had two players ahead, but decided to keep it himself. Chadua, 106-51 with 38 seconds to go. Ugba, 106-51. Ugba, 30 seconds to play. Cochrane, jab steps, will put it up from downtown. And then out, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with Northstar. Inside to McKay, finding Parr inside. One too many passes in there as the ball
way to go
loose.
for it. Nice find.
The layup is missed and Osman will gather it. 7 seconds and Osman will dribble this one out, and the final score will be Crestwood 106, Northstar 51. That is the final score of this one as Crestwood wins it over Northstar. Crestwood out of Toronto, Northstar in Winnipeg. We have one more game for you tonight. Halifax Prep and GTA Prep coming up next for our crew here. Ryan Greco, I'm Elias Elzain. We'll be back with the 7th and final game of the evening.